Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome. My neighbor decided at the same time I did to mow his lawn, so I apologize for the background noise. We'll just do the best we can. I live outdoors, it's to be expected. You know, I don't have that control over everybody else. So I've been talking about this book for a while now, The Mystical Lands of Klynnadra, Autumn's Magic. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. But it's a beautiful, whimsical book. Karen Myers does all her, does all her work by hand. And I love that about her. I love people that are drawing by hand. I draw by hand. Occasionally I have a digital tablet assisting me, but I do not have any AI. That's not their job, in my opinion. I'm just getting a few things set up here and ready to go. There we go. One more thing real quick. Had some trouble with the YouTube orientation. It didn't like my horizontal orientation earlier. So we'll just go with this and do the best we can. This is a gorgeous book. It's absolutely beautiful. Of course, this book belongs to. Karen has a whole series of books that you can buy. And there that talks about all of them. Probably can't read it all, but that's all right. Best I got for today. She's even included, let's get the light over here a little bit better. Well, that didn't help. Oh, little bug, go away. There we go. What about that? Let's try that. Oh, well. Good enough for now. Which leads me to today's card. Our inspiration for the day. Making mistakes is better than faking imperfections. I'm sorry. Making mistakes is better than faking perfections. There we go. See, I can talk. It's okay to make mistakes. I cannot get this light exactly where I want it. So this corner down here is just going to be a little dark. I don't know how to set this up any better. So we'll just go with this. I'm new at this. I'm still learning. Anyway, Karen includes this wonderful map. Tells you where everything is in her world. That's why I wanted the horizontal today, but YouTube was not allowing me. So we'll just look at it in parts here. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. She's got an entire world here. I love it. Hello, Mysticals. Welcome to the third book. As the leaves change and the air turns crisp, a mystic energy fills the realm. The veil between our world and the Enchanted One is at its thinnest during this time. Let the vibrant colors of autumn inspire your imagination as you embark on a coloring journey through this enchanted secret world. May this coloring book fill your heart with joy and bring you into the wondrous world of autumn's magic. Happy coloring, Karen. And look, sunflowers. And of course, a coloring test page. Let's see how that looks. Ancient Oaks Academy. Let's see if we can back this up a little bit. Where are we at? Ah, there we go. Good enough, don't you think? Autumn Ridge Acres. Look at that look on that snail's face right there. I love it. Blazing Baron's Fireside. Isn't that nice and cozy? Bumble's Abode. Oh, 2 pages there. Camp. Do you pronounce that equinox or equinox? I guess it depends on what you're referring to. I'll get it where I want it. I love to go camping. Faye's Friends and Flowers. Look at the beautiful little Faye out there. This one is so cute. Look at that little face. Friendly Forest Sprite. And look at that little face. This is great. Fuzzcap Fungi Friends. He doesn't look too happy, does he? Gnomely Villas. Cute, cozy pumpkin houses. Heidi's Hideaway. This must be Heidi, I'm guessing. Down here. Ivy Petal Spice. When I opened this book up and I saw the name Ivy in there, made me smile. Jingle Bar's Journey. What kind of journey do you suppose Jingle Bar's going on? This will be a neat one. It's got some gems up here to color in. Mystic Lantern Light. Maybe this one should be done at night, huh? Take advantage of all the candles and the reflections here. Moon in the background. all over the wall. That'll be a fun page to do. The darker gray will help with the shading. Pumpkin Spice Factory. Pumpkin doesn't look too happy. That one's really unhappy. I think I would be too. Cute little page. Ravenfrost Hideaway. Well, hello, Albino. Oh, what happened to my stream? All of a sudden it doesn't look too nice. Oh, we got a train going through. I bet that's disrupting the signal a little bit. I can't control the train. How are you doing today, Albino? All right. Yep, the train. Rimbit and Rumbit. Let's see these two little gnomes up here. Again, we got some crystals. We got lots of mushrooms. Even got some nice tree roots down here to do. Shadowwood Chateau. I'm glad to hear that. Well, hello, Duke. How are you doing today? Yeah, can you hear the choo-choo? Disrupted the signal a minute ago, a little bit. We're doing a flip through of this beautiful book. The Mystical Lands of, I'm going to say Klynnadra. Klynnadra. I don't actually know how to pronounce that. I'm terrible. By Karen Myers. Everything in here is hand-drawn. We are on this page. Yes, someone was mowing grass too. I can't help that. I'm out in the RV. I was going to go outside, but it's raining off and on today. So we're inside today, but the door is open. I like being outside. The only thing I don't like is that I can't control the sounds. Yes, this is a new book to color. I bought it for myself last birthday, Christmas. You're going to have a new profile picture soon. All right. That's awesome. So yes, I bought this book for myself because I loved it. I thought it was very whimsical, and I'm about to lose it off the edge here. Shadowwood Chateau. We're going to be starting a page here in a minute. We're just kind of looking through it right now. Love, love, love. Sir Pumpkin's Place. Sir Pumpkin's Place. Going to Virginia Beach. Oh, monster trucks on the beach? Oh, I bet that would be cool. Yes, a new profile is fun. Yes, Duke updated his. I updated mine recently. It just seemed, you know, it's springtime. I didn't need the hoodie over my head anymore. So, I also got my hair cut. Made me feel a million times better. Let's see here. Stubborn page. Solon Stumpus. Stump House. Stump House. It's a little stump house. That makes sense. You can tell I didn't practice this a whole lot. Sunnyvale Acorn. Gee, Sunnyvale Acorn has a red tab on it. You think we might be coloring that one today? That is the page we're going to color today. You know why? Because it's got beautiful sunflowers down here, so of course we're going to color it. We have to. I had to pick that one first for all the flowers. We're almost through here, though. Wellspring Cottage. Look at the look on his face. Dirt Crew, Blackhead, Cybertech, Dirt Crew. Oh, those are all the names of the monster trucks. Oh, how fun. When I was a kid, my grandparents knew someone with a monster truck. That was back in the early 80s. Now I'm dating myself. Oh, Tailgater is the name of a monster truck. Ah! Nice. Never made that connection. I bet that's going to be a lot of fun. Anyway, I had a lot of fun watching that monster truck. Now, the cool thing about this book, and this is back to the beginning, so to speak, is that there are 2 copies of each page in the book. So if you mess one up, no big deal. You got another copy. So we're going to start with Sunnyvale Acorn, and that's what the other red tab over there is for. If I mess this one up, I can do the other one. I also love this little fellow right here. This little caterpillar. Oh, today's affirmation, let's repeat it before we start. Making mistakes is better than faking perfections. It's okay to make mistakes. Goodness knows I do it a lot. I had to try 3 times today before I could get the live stream to go. So, for whatever reason, it didn't like my horizontal orientation, so we're vertical. It's the best I can do. No Bigfoot truck, huh? I don't remember what the name was of their truck. Let's see. Where should we start? We're going to start at the top and work our way down. How about that? I'm going to bring this down a little closer to me, though. There we go. Now, what I like about these darker lines is it makes it easier to shade. This is, I can't even read it. Lime peel with the Prismacolor. And if you want to know what I'm listening to in the background, currently the Beach Boys are playing. Of course, you can't hear that because that's on my headphones. Finally figured out today how to listen to music and go live at the same time without the music going on the live stream, because that's a copyright issue. So since we're in autumn here, we're going to make this leaf of the oak tree, or the acorn, a brown-green color. And I usually start with the light colors first. So I'm going to add in some lime peel here. And I'm very loosey-goosey when I color. most of the time. I'm not going to use up all the yellow pencils on this one. I have barely any yellow to color. Surprisingly, my yellow pencil isn't shorter than what it is. Well, I hope you have a lot of fun, albino. Do you wear a headset when you go to those? I know those machines are awfully loud. I think I'd have to do that. You have a piece of the Bigfoot truck? It depends on the variety, Duke, believe it or not. There are over 2,000 varieties of sunflowers, and they come in all colors. Just about. There are even green sunflowers, believe it or not. The most popular one is yellow. Usually when people think of a sunflower, they're thinking of the Russian giant variety, which is big and yellow and 12 feet tall. And their heads are like a foot across. My favorite are actually a much smaller variety, ironically, called the Autumn Beauty variety. And they are orange to red to yellow leaves. They look like the sun is bursting out from the center. Yes, most varieties that people think of when they think of sunflower are the yellow ones. No doubt about that. And there are some as small as a dime. I've even grown those ones. They're really teeny tiny. There are some big fluffy ones called teddy bear sunflowers that don't look anything like a regular sunflower. They're big and fluffy. I've grown the green ones before. They're about maybe that big around, roughly. You love the noise of the monster trucks, right? Sometimes I think my neighbor has a monster truck from the sound of its exhaust. Oh, this is burnt ochre. Yeah, I've used it a little bit. It's a nice brown. Yes, loud machinery can get to me. I would probably have to have headset. Heck, the neighbor mowing was a little annoying, but I think he's done now. He was tilling up his garden earlier this morning, so that'll be fun to see. Hey, and by the way, the mosquitoes are out already. I couldn't hardly believe that. Yes, yes, that is the downfall to hearing when you're young is eventually you get old and you go, huh? A lot. That looks pretty. Let's do, oops. Well, let's see. Where is it? We will go next with a little bit of dark umber. YouTube didn't like that message, Duke. You want to rephrase that? I do not like mosquitoes. No, I don't. I don't like black flies either, and they're both out right now. Oh my gosh, speaking of Duke, your song just came on the headset. Well, there are two songs that I think of when I think of you, Duke. One is Stevie Wonder's Sir Duke, and I don't know why that is. Probably just because of the title. And then the one that's playing right now is It's Not Unusual by Tom Jones. And I don't know why I think of you as doing the Carlton. If you ever watched The Fresh Prince of Bel Air, Carlton does this dance. And it's goofy and funny and makes me laugh. And I think that's why I associate that with you, Duke, because you are goofy and funny and make me laugh. So there you go. Yeah, Duke of Earl. I never thought of that when I saw your name. I actually didn't think of that one. I have a very weird playlist or playlists. They're pretty random. I like a lot of older songs. Right now, I've got Banana Boat. Deo by Harry Belafonte. That one came up next to play. That is the song from Beetlejuice that they danced to at the dinner party. And I love that movie. There we go. I think that looks pretty nice. I think we're going to continue down with this burnt ochre and do the top of the acorn in it. It's just such a lovely brown. Oh, I forgot part of the stem there. We can't do that. There we go. And yes, I was holding 3 pencils at once. When I get really into coloring, I'll often hold the 3 pencils and flip between them in one hand. Belinda Carlisle. Leave the light on for me. I'll have to look that up. Oh, you know what? I could actually do that. I have the technology. Stay, stay, stay. Give me one moment. Of course, it'd be faster if I could type better. There we go. Now we got that one going on the TV. Of course, I can't put the music on right now, but can't violate anybody's copyright. Oh, yes, I remember this song. That's a Wayback Machine. Aw, she was a cutie patootie. Right back when cars were cars. Nowadays, cars all look the same, it seems like. They're all this silver, generic, black, white. No character to them anymore. Pardon me. And that was when, hair was actually hair. We had good hair in the 80s. Yes, too many weird buttons, touch screens, etc., etc. Although I do admit I do like my backup camera. I do like a good backup camera. But my head is still on a swivel anyway, because that's safer. But my driving has become more confident with the backup camera. I know for a fact if I'm backing straight up when I definitely will not hit something. The car will warn me. I am always afraid of hitting anything in the car. Yes, we were the reason. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I should have bought stock in Aquanet. But you know what? I had great hair days back in the 80s every day. I did not smoke in the 80s, but yes, I get the point. I'm sure quite a few went up in flames. I have my own story about that. And that is why I will never, ever, 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 ever use a gas grill. Nope. Had an unfortunate incident in high school. But you're right, there should have been more incidents of that, and there wasn't. Oh, looky there. Got a sunflower coming up. Is it raining where you're at today, Duke? What about you, Albino? How's the weather there? Extreme drought? Oh, wow, that is crazy. Yes, for the longest time there, all it was doing was raining. That's not good. Right? Yeah, you have had one extreme to another now. Thursday this week, it's supposed to be near 90 here. And that's a bit unusual for this early in the season. So I'm wondering if we're going to have a very hot summer. It took forever to warm up, and the river is finally over 60 degrees. So I'll be getting the kayak out this week, getting it cleaned up and ready to go. My finger is what it is. I will just work around it. I can't fix it. Might not be pretty, but I'm not skipping kayaking either. That's too important to me. So just abnormally dry. I can understand limited burn bans. I really can. I don't like those places where you're never allowed to burn at all. I just think campfires are too important. And I think if you have a, you know, respectable fire pit and you don't let it get out of control, I don't see any reason why people can't do that. But some places don't allow it, and I don't ever want to live there. I enjoy my campfires way too much. But the weather today, it's pleasant. It's just blah. It's all gray out there. I think it's like 65 or 70. Yes, it only takes one irresponsible person, unfortunately. And I don't like that. I don't think that's right. I think that person should get in trouble, but I don't think everybody should. I don't think everybody should bear that cost. That's how we're looking so far. This is a fun page. I'm not affiliated with Karen Myers in any way, shape, or form. She is just an artist that I found one day on Facebook, and I love the fact that she does everything by hand, and I really like her work. And she does things besides coloring books, too. She does some beautiful wood burning. It's gorgeous. I know you don't do Facebook. I don't believe she does YouTube. But she does sell her books on Amazon. I am not paid or endorsed by Karen Myers to say any of the stuff that I do. Not affiliated. If I could plan better, I would have coordinated and had her pop in. But my life being what it is, good deal. Yeah, you got to keep me company for a little while. I understand going to work though. I do. Um, I just happened to have a break today. I thought, let me hop on here. Let's get this going. I don't know that I'll get this page done today. I'm not that fast of a colorist. But while I had the time, I thought I'd pop in. I was hoping Hillbilly might stop by for a minute. But he might be busy. He did get his new TV and loves it. Little causing a little dizziness at first, he said. Well, I think that would cause me a little dizziness too. It's 75 inches. But it shouldn't be hard to see anything for him now, I hope. Oh, soften fascia. Ugh. Not fun, but necessary. It must be the Beatles and Monkeys Day on my playlist today. And the Beach Boys. Good vibrations. Yeah, I cut my hand. Oh, right there. I was getting wood ready this weekend for the campfire that we had on Saturday, which was lovely. And in the process, one of the branches got me. That's how it goes. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it does need to be done. The weird angles don't help. I grew up in a bedroom that had the angled ceilings. Hit my head on the ceiling more than once. Just think how nice it'll be when it's all done. I like that. I think for right now, we'll put those pencils down. Let me see here. All right. Now, I just found it a minute ago. Where was that pencil? Where did I put it? Right there it is. I'm going to do a gray little smokestack here. Oh, the new color is warm gray, 50%. There we go. Fun little simple smokestack there. We're going to start off here with a little jasmine. Canary yellow. I use a lot of canary yellow. They really just ought to call it sunflower yellow. That's a big nut. Yes, it literally is a nut house. And then I like to warm it up with a little yellowed orange. This is autumn after all. Just warm it up just a little bit. And all I'm doing here is really lightly going over the yellow. That's it. Oh, hello, Mr. Ant. Go away. You're not invited. One thing with living outdoors, you never know what bugs are going to show up. There we go. Yes, he was hungry. Well, he go bye-bye now. And then the middle. Oh, let's do it. Where are you at? A little bit of black grape. Black grape is an awesome darkening color. There we go. Add a little detail in there with the black grape. Now the center of a sunflower will go from green to yellow to a black-brown color over the course of the season. And since we're in autumn, we're in that black-brown phase. And that is why you often see a brown center and yellow leaves. It's what everybody thinks of when they think of a sunflower. The first version that pops into everybody's head is right like that. You know, if I could plan my live streams, I would probably get more viewers. I'm going to be doing a Dr. Seuss one soon. Now, I think what we're going to do instead of going down any further is we're going to come back and do this little flower here. These are not sunflowers. I do not know what exactly they are. But they're not sunflowers. So I think we're going to do them in a pink and red. Just play some Farming Simulator. I have not hardly played any lately. That'll work. I keep moving the book. I need to update everybody on my grandpa's farm on Riverbend Springs. do a longer video on it. Let's see. Which color should we pick? Let's do... Here, let's go a little bit darker. Let's go with this. Why not? We'll make these a pretty pink. So you can always go darker, but you can't go lighter. Well, you can, but it's very, very difficult. Are you doing a new frontier? What maps do you have going right now? Oh, this one is just pink. Plain pink. Rousseau Forest and Ashton Corners. All right. I think you should do some more on Ashton Corners then, because I don't have that map. Or we could do the second Oregon Trail. Rousseau's the one with your moonshine? Yeah. Which is fun. Is it making much profit? Yeah, Ashton Corners PC only. Yes, you could do another poll. Oh, good song. Do you love me? Do you love me? By the Contours. A deluxe version of Oregon Trail, huh? Right? Who's gonna die tonight? There we go. Need a little bit more of a point on that. There we go. The cool old background music. Right? Hunting is too easy. We're going to add a little Tuscan red in here. Oh, that's nice. Yes, 200 would be much nicer. True story, true story. More interactive. Definitely more interactive. There we go. Give this one a little bit of yellow in the center. And along comes a little black grape. Just a wee little bit. Yeah, that's looking great. Now we need to do a little leaves. I come in with a little lime peel. I know green is not Duke's favorite color. We'll go ahead and do these two while we're at it. And we're just going to come in with a little bit of moss green. Give it a little bit more color here. A little bit more variety. All right. I like that. All right. Get something good. I'm just going to work on these flowers some more. Stay. Pardon me. Oh, I hate it when you stop to get a drink and it goes down the wrong tube. Also going to adjust how I'm sitting here. I've been sitting here for quite a while coloring. Oh, there we go. Feels a bit better. Make this one a little bit darker. It's smaller, hasn't fully bloomed yet. About like that. We got the black grape. Darken up a few of these lines here. Add a little shadow. I think this color goes with so many other colors. Looky there. Nice little shadow. Just a little bit. Just make it a little bit like there's something going on back there. Never be afraid to add to your coloring pages. If it's not there and you want it there, draw it in. Color it in. Real simple. That looks good. Yeah, I like that. One more flower here on this side in this group. Again, this is just pink in the Prismacolor line. Of course, you can make your flowers whatever color you want. I hope whenever you're watching this that you're having a beautiful day. There we go. That looks nice. A little bit more there. Now we'll come back in with that Tuscan red a little bit. Oh, Duke. Bluegills and pumpkin seeds. Oh, I'll be there in about 8 hours. That's my favorite fish, bluegill. I have not yet been out fishing this year. I do have my license. I just haven't been out yet. Hopefully this week. That's just it. Summertime comes or springtime comes and everything suddenly is go, go, go. Hey, as long as it's enough for a bite. If I can fillet it, I'm eating it, as far as bluegill goes. Yes, we'd all love to catch the monsters. However, if I can fillet it, I'm eating it. We do not have a limit on bluegill here. A size limit. Take whatever you want. There is a limit on crappie. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but there is a limit on crappie. Has to be so big before you can take it. But bluegill, pumpkin seeds, any of the sunfish, nope, no limit. You have a limit on bluegill? Wow. No, we don't have any kind of limits here that I'm aware of. Crappie, yes. Bluegill, no. Well, see, my hand is much smaller than yours, so I get to keep smaller fish. That is one of my, pardon me, that is one of my favorite fish to fly fish for. I love fly fishing for gills. I haven't done it in years, though. But that's a fun fight. Right? The more people you have, the more you can keep. And again, coming back, oh, picked up the wrong pencil. Let's give our black grape a little sharpen here. Right? I do love this little sharpener. Somebody asked me it's an X-Acto Buzz. There's the name of it. Runs off AA batteries, I believe. Yep, 4 AA's. I love that little sharpener. I don't need it. I didn't need it super sharp, just a little bit. I'm not generally into super sharp pencils. It's a waste of time. Most of the time, it's a waste of time. There we go. Just a little bit like that. And then, of course, back to our yellow for the center. There we go. That looks nice. Now we do have some more over here, but I'd like to do this window and the door before we get back over here. That way I don't smear it. Top to bottom, left to right, because I'm right-handed. Well, I'm currently right-handed. If my left hand was working, we'd be doing this a different way, but hey, here we are. Where are my browns? I'll tell you what. We know that there's a glow inside the house. I'll put a little yellow glow in here, because you know the lights are on. We're just going to keep it simple. We'll through the people. I'll be happy to keep you entertained until they're done. Because, you know, you got to eat. Let's come back in with the burnt ochre here. Although I actually think I'm quite boring at times. I get lost in my work. But you can see me thinking that way too. Dark umber. I am going to put a little point on this one. There we go. Got a little bit more of a point on this one because we're getting into some, pardon me, getting into a little bit of detail here. Darken that up a little bit. That works. Yes, when nothing else exists. I'd imagine it gets that way out on the tractor. Sadly, we're going to have to sharpen this soon. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And I had a busy few days over Mother's Day weekend. We had company over, and the company that we had, other than family, they're friends of the family. They lost their 13-year-old daughter to brain cancer last year. And we had spent Mother's Day last year together as well, but Addie was with us. That's the little girl. And I actually give a portion of the proceeds from my latest book to the cancer center that helped them through their hard times. And it was tough. I'm not going to lie. It was tough getting through Mother's Day. But they have other kids to think about. And so we still had to have a nice day where mom was happy, didn't have to worry about anything because we made tacos. Kids were happy because we made s'mores. Oh, the kids had walking tacos and they loved that. With the Doritos, with the bags of Doritos. Brothers and sisters are 13, 15, and 16 now. And they've all had a very rough year losing their sister. That was the unimaginable, the unthinkable, you know? So, yes, this is a good way to decompress after a very busy Mother's Day weekend. Very stressful. Yeah, it was tough. I'm not going to lie about that. It was tough. We put the girls as handprints. They weren't here last year when we did Addie and Bentley's hands. My parents have a fence, and on the fence are the handprints and the names of everyone they love. And we added Addie's birthday and death date to the fence this year. And that's the first time we've had to do that. I mean, that's tough. And then the girls got to put their names up there. So the whole family's together on there. Addie was funny and kind, and she loved the fact that I lived in a van and then the RV, which of course she didn't get to see finished. But I carry on in her spirit. She was one of those people that wanted everyone to feel included. And I hope I carry that part of her with me always. I hope that I try to include anyone who wants to be around me, you know, or in my company. I might not always be the best company, but I want people to feel welcome as long as they're kind. You know, I don't have room for jerks in my life. But it was awesome. We sat around the campfire and had a nice time. There we go. That looks nice. Oh, no. I wouldn't be able to forget that either, Duke. Anytime a kid dies, it's not right. It's unnatural. That's not the way it's supposed to go. But she thought it was the neatest thing ever that I lived out in the van. That's when I met her, was when I lived in the van. She thought that was just the coolest. It is. No two ways about it. It is hard. And the best thing I think you can do is pick yourself up and continue on in their spirit and tell people about them. These are just variations on the same two colors, by the way. I think we'll start on the door. Where'd my gray go? There's my gray. Make the little gray hinges. Didn't mean to put the yellow away. Put a little yellow right there. Gonna have to buy a new pencil soon. Nah. What I'll do when I can't hold it anymore is I'll glue it on a dowel rod. Real simple fix. That'll allow me to use the rest of the pencil. Saves money. The fish done yet? Right, most Amish don't have phones. I'm sorry you went through that. Oh, let me see if I got it right here. I mean, I do have a shorter one than that one. That's a white. I think I've got my my really short one. I've got one that's on a dowel rod that is down to its last little bits. I don't see it at the moment. It's a white though. I do. I use them all up as much as I can because yes, you do need a little browning to them. Pencils are expensive, especially Prismacolors. And I bought my set, and you can't see the whole set right now. It's off camera. Back in, gosh, 24 years ago now, I bought my first full set. And I've replaced quite a few singles, and they've come out with some new colors since I bought my set. And probably some I don't have. Yes, I like mine crispy. Gotta be crispy. Talking about bluegill for anybody listening later. I had nachos before I started the live stream. But man, that sounds really good. Like I said, I'm hoping to go later on this week. We'll see. Right? Low heat. They sound delicious, Duke. Again, this is dark umber. Yeah, dark umber. My brother was out on the river the other day fishing, and he got a hold of something. He doesn't know what it is, of course. It ended up breaking his line. That took every inch of line that was on his reel, spooled it out completely. It went all the way to one end of the river and then the other end of the river, and then eventually the line snapped. He still doesn't know what it was he had hooked. The only story better than that, of course, is when you land it. I'm not sure if we have sturgeon around here. I know we've got a lot of big catfish, though. And if I had to put money on it, I would say it was probably a big catfish. Um, maybe a carp. But if I had to put money on it, I would say it was probably a catfish. Just because of his location where he was. So I can imagine he's going to go back there and try and catch it again. And I hope he lands it. We have this one really weird fish. Well, I think it's weird. Hang on, let me make sure I'm giving you the right name here. Called a buffalo fish. Have you ever heard of a buffalo fish? Oh, I don't know what happened there. Anyway, have you ever heard of a buffalo fish? Anyway, buffalo fish are very, very, very fun to catch. They put up quite a fight. And they will drag a kayak. Oh boy, will they drag a kayak. There we go. That looks nice. One of my favorite sayings in the universe is I'm going to catch you on the flip side. Meaning I'll see you later. Take a little break here. Give my hand a minute to rest. I really like the way that's turning out. I still think you're intentionally putting off going and doing whatever it is you're supposed to be doing, but I don't mind. I did sharpen our burnt ochre a little bit. And I'm looking at the picture up on the big screen here. That looks really pretty up there. Well, yeah. And work comes before play, so you're going to have to do it before you go online later. Roofs are important. I am waiting for somebody to finish up my roof on the RV. And right now we're waiting to make sure that we got all the leaks fixed. So come on, rain. We need some rain. Get those ones out of the way here. We're going to do the sun last, by the way. That will be the very last thing that we do on this page. Well, good. I'm glad it doesn't leak. Boring trim stuff. But that's what makes it look pretty. Things have to look pretty. If you notice, we're using the same colors on repeat. And that is because it makes for a more harmonious picture. We're going to get into some more greens down here. But that's why we do it that way. All right. And we're back to the pink. You'll have time. You'll have time to work on it. It's what, only 1 o'clock your time? 1:30? Functional is good enough for you. I like it when things are functional too. It's a bonus when they're pretty. You know, the RV right now is functional. It ain't real pretty. I am just hoping we got all the leaks on the roof. The roof had partially caved in. The metal got bent. And so that had to be straightened out. It's an old RV. Not gonna lie about that. It's gonna be nice when it's done. Yes, roofs are complicated. I don't blame you for doing a little bit each day and needing a break. Somebody's doing something outside. I don't know what. Don't know what that noise was. There we go. Now compare this one that we just laid down the pink on over to this one. You can see why I add in the little details, because that one's much more interesting to look at. If all you want to do is add one color to your coloring, though, go for it. Nice area when it's done. Oh, nice, a screen porch. That will be nice. All right, again with the Tuscan red. And it starts to bring it to life. How's the fish coming? Uh-oh. I think we got a fly bothering us. Oh, yay! I'm glad it's done. Yeah, I always have to let my food sit after it cooks. I can't eat it right out of the frying pan, no matter what it is. Some people can. Some people can eat it piping hot. I am not one of them. I like that. That looks pretty. Patience, patience. Yeah, that's hard. Especially when it's something yummy like that. Black grape. Our friend Black Grape. There we go. I like that. Yes, you have to have lots of patience to catch, cook, and eat. Yep. Back to the pink. Patience is one of those things. You either have it or you don't. There is no in between, I don't think. I mean, yeah, when something's really exciting, everybody can get impatient, but I think it's more of a personality trait than a virtue. Depends on what you're doing. Most of my life was a hurry up and wait, so I learned to be patient for most things. Better than getting irritated. That night, I battled anxiety for many, many years, and a lot of things there's just nothing you can do about. And I'm learning the older I get, the less anxious I am. But I used to be horribly, horribly anxious. One day I decided I didn't like being anxious anymore. No, we don't need to be a Karen. I mean, if somebody deserves it, I'll give it to them, but I think that's different than actually being a Karen. I don't need stress or drama. That looks good. And of course, our old friend, Black Grape. Right? I have a bit, but because I do understand anxiety, but if somebody's just trying to be a pain just to be a pain, no, we ain't having that. There we go. It's a little bit there. Pretty, pretty. A little bit of yellow in here. All right, there we go. We're going to go ahead and bring in the lime peel. Toss in the stems here. Moss green. That's the other one here that we're using. I'm glad it tastes good. I'm glad it tastes good. That's what you get for eating at your keyboard. Been there, done that. Again, just coming in with that little bit of moss green. Why we do not need your company today. And just a little bit of black grape. Just a wee bit. There we go. Now, I like keyboards that just keep working. Probably your sister asking where you're at. All right, and we're going to come back in here with the pink. Oh, have a great day, Albino. You'll have to tell me all about the truck rally when you get back. I hope you have a beautiful day. It's always great talking to you, too. I hope you have a beautiful day and you take care. And tell me all about it when you get back. All right, there's some pink down. Come back in with the Tuscan red. Right, like that. Made everybody else hungry, huh? Of course you did. Better put some more on, huh? That looks nice. really liking how this is turning out. Of course, now we come back in with that black grape. Darken a few things up a little bit. It's just real subtle. That looks nice. Yay for parts. I like when they bring me goodies. Little pink to blend. One thing I didn't do up here. And blending, all I'm doing is very lightly going over everything, kind of smushing it together on the paper. Just gives it a little more painterly look. There we go. Looks nice. Now you can finish your lunch. Should be the perfect temperature still. It was boiling hot when you took it off. Oh, I got to move around here a minute. About time for me to call it a day here pretty quick. Now then, there's a lot of grass down here. There's these little crystals lining the walkway here. What am I going to color the two big flowers? These are both sunflowers. These are both sunflowers. They will be yellow, like this one. Only bigger and better. And more involved. Let me see here. I'm looking at colors for the caterpillar right now. Yeah, that one. These down here are going to have a little bit more orange and a little red in them. They're going to be kicked up a notch. Nah, I don't like that one. I think this will be my secondary. What's this one? Yeah, we'll do it this color. All right. That's spring green and apple green. But first we're going to do his little cheeks here. We're going to give him little pink cheeks. Or her. Could be her. I don't know. Let's give her a little... I guess we're going to call it a girl. And give her a little purple eyeshadow, I guess. Right like that. Oh, that purple was lilac. Come in, give her a little Scarlet Lake. Scarlet Lake smile. Scarlet Lake I will be using down here. That's why it's already pulled out. The gemstones we're going to do in some purple hues. What should I do? Her little horns. We will give her yellow horns. Give her like she's glowing. I'm going to start at her head with a little of the spring green. Make her nose green. You see that all right? I might just sit here and do this whole thing today. But probably not. Oh, that looks cute. Look at him. Her. It's her. Coloring the bait. Yes, coloring the bait. Now that color underneath there, we're going to tackle with this apple green, I think. Make this a little bit darker. There we go. And then on the bottom parts here, kind of blend this out a little bit. I bet she's got some stories to tell. Well, she kind of is, you know. She'll live on in all eternity in my memory. And of course, my favorite, the black grape. Just a little bit here. Oh, A Wonderful World just came on the playlist. What a wonderful world. Just little bits and bobbles here and there. I am listening to a playlist that I made up on Spotify. Yes, it's got a lot of oldies on it. I don't like a lot of modern music. You can't sing to it. Let's put in these steps next. Where's my gray? Yeah, I'm pretty chill right now. Let's see, the next... Get out of the way. Otis Redding sitting on the dock of the bay. I mean, that's what just followed that, so... Talk about relaxed. It's a relaxing day here. That's right. I really do wish that I could play my music and live stream at the same time, but I'm not that rich. I almost always have music on when I color. I either have music on or I have somebody's video up on the screen. Yes, the 50s to the 80s. That's my favorite. Now, I like a good hairband, don't get me wrong. But, when I have an afternoon full of Louis Armstrong and the Beatles and the Beach Boys and Otis Redding, I mean, that's relaxing to me. I like happy upbeat songs too, no doubt, but it's kind of gloomy out today, so the music is fitting. Kind of slower, kind of relaxed. Nothing too hard or harsh today. Those are more cleaning songs. The upbeat songs, the fast songs. That's for when you need to clean. That's when I put them on. Yes, way back radio. I would love that. What happens on Friday nights? Live from the 60s with real Don Steele. Coming to you live tonight from the 60s. I used to be a DJ a few years ago now. On the radio, live and everything. Yes. I absolutely loved it. That looks pretty. All right, let me see if I can find. Hey, this one is the exact one I wanted. Surprise, surprise. Do not adjust your radio. Time travel is taking over. Tonight we are going way back into the 60s. Time travel is taking over tonight. Let's revisit the good old days. Oh, that's fun. Old newsreels. I was exactly looking for warm gray 20%. And that's exactly what I pulled out of my box. And I'm looking at, 130 colors here. That's a pretty good guess. They have 150 colors now in the Prismacolor line. 150 something, I think. I think when I got mine, it was 132. But I've added some of the newer colors, so. And I believe I have a few pencils that are even retired colors now. Because I got them so long ago. I'd have to look them up. I'll have to try and tune in on a Friday night. Friday nights are usually generally pretty busy for me. That's my social night. I force myself to be social once a week. Some weeks I do it more than that, but See, Hillbilly's got Monday, Wednesday, Friday nights. You've got Tuesday nights. I have an art friend that does Thursday nights. I can't do anything earlier on Friday normally. So if I want to live stream, it either has to be during the week, day, or occasionally a Sunday evening, an early Monday evening, or possibly a Tuesday evening, early afternoon. Thursdays are really not good. Like I said, I have another art friend that does it on Thursdays. So yeah, it's real hard for me to find a good time to live stream. And today just happened to be one of those days. I think the sidewalk looks good. um, my life is rather complicated. Yeah, and then I do everything else in between everything else, you know. Um, Today just happened to be an available day. I am almost out of my Pepsi, though. When I run out of Pepsi, that's the end of the live stream. Then I cook dinner almost every night of the week, too, in there. So, yeah, busy, busy. I don't sit still much. Except for to watch other people's live streams. Ha ha ha. And then, like I said, I'm usually doing something else when I'm doing them, too. You know, if I could break the habit, I would. But it is what it is. I've already cut back. So, let's pick some purples. We already know we like the lilac. Oh, beer. Yeah, coming from the beer drinker telling me to give up soda. Okay. Da, 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 da. I'll do some violet. What's this one? Maybe a little mulberry. No, not the imperial violet. That's too much blue. What's this one? That's lilac. Lilac and lavender. Maybe some mulberry. Maybe. Yeah. Keep trying to convince me it's good for you. Actually, I don't have anything against beer. Yeah, I know. I'm working on it. That's all I'll say. I've cut down dramatically. All right, these little gems here. I think we're going to start with the lilac. And we're not going to go too fancy with these. We're going to keep it simple. Choo choo! When you have lived by the train after so many years, you get used to it. And I think anywhere that isn't by the train when I'm outside is abnormally quiet. Does that make sense? You know, we all have our habits. We all could be better. But looky here. Making mistakes is better than faking perfections. I ain't going to pretend to be perfect. Go away, fly. We don't need your company today. You know, a lot of people have a bad coffee habit. I don't have that. A lot of people have a drug habit. I don't have that either. Well, unless you count caffeine and nicotine, but I don't have the coffee habit, just Pepsi. And my cigarettes. But hey, I've cut back on them as well, so. We found out both those habits are tied to my anxiety. The better my anxiety gets, the less I do them. So. Hard to be humble when you're as good as I am. Pardon me. I actually I believe everybody has their flaws, and whether or not you can choose to live with them is on you. And I don't judge anybody for their flaws. Everybody's got something. But I'd rather own up and admit to that than to say, oh no, I'm over here perfect. I'm not. That all of them then? Yeah, yeah, right. Perfect in every way? I don't think so. You're perfect for you. How about that? You're perfect for you. All right. Lavender. The other one was lilac. Now we'll do lavender. I bet this is the longest lunch break you've taken for a while. I know, you just don't want to go work. Mm. You are supporting your friend. That's what you're doing. And your sister will be, yeah, but I'm your sister. And then I'll get in trouble. But I promise there's not much more to do, you know? Gosh, I've been on here for what, 3 hours? I'm going to regret this later. You got to eat too, you know. You can't just skip eating. And, you know, you can't eat too fast. It's bad for your stomach. Thank you. Well, I hope the doctor's appointment goes well. I'm really liking the way it's turning out here. You know, I don't do anything complicated really when I color. I try to keep it simple. Simple but nice. Like I said, after the weekend I had, I need this. Very calming. All right. Lilac lavender. Well, hey, T-Man, how are you? We're just doing some coloring today. Was a tough weekend. I think we're going to pop in some violet now. Yeah, Duke is putting off work. Have you had a good day, T? Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. I've been here for 3 hours now, I think, working on this piece. This is from this book here. Don't ask me how to pronounce it. I pronounced it every which way. I am not associated with Karen Myers in any way, shape, or form. I just like her work. Her works are available on Amazon and Etsy, I believe. In case you ever want to buy one of her books for somebody. They're all hand drawn. What kind of music do you like, T? We were just sitting here talking about music because I've got my headphones on today, so I've got some music. Of course, you guys can't hear it, but it's mostly oldies, 50s to the 80s today. I know you like heavy metal, or at least that's what you use in your videos. A lot of rock and roll or heavy metal, I'd call it. Ah, country. Yes, classic rock. 80s hair band. These are looking nice. You know, I don't plan this stuff out before I start to color. I just color. Like I said, I've got 130-ish colors at my disposal right now in my Prismacolor range. I like classic country better than the new stuff. Or I should say better than most new stuff. But you know, I'll boot scoot boogie or I will drink out of my red solo cup any day. Yes, Duke does an awesome job. T-Man does an awesome job. T-Man needs to do some live streaming. That would be so much fun. I always watch your videos, though, T-Man. Always, always, always. And often more than once. 90s country. Would that be the Alan Jackson era? Was he the 90s? Yes. All right. I know who he is. Years and years ago, T-Man, we were talking about it earlier, I used to be a DJ for about 6 years. I loved it. That was quite a few years ago, before the 90s. Well, no, early to mid 90s. All right, we're almost done here. Then we'll do these 2 sunflowers and call it a day. Because they'll go quickly. All right. Got our little gemstones going on here. That'll be cool. Oh, Randy Travis, Books and Done. Yes. Right? It's always hard to decide what to do with a video. I don't find it easy to come up with new things all the time. All right. Let's grab out colors for the sunflower. For my black grape. Whoops. Dropping my pencils. I got too many out here. All right, get some of them down there. Yellow. Oh, I walk the line. That's the song that's on. I've got a playlist in the background going on Spotify right now. You can't hear it though because it's only in my headphones. Because, you know, copyright. I'll be interested to see what you come up with, T-Man. Yes, you know, T-Man, if you do decide to go live, I will be there if at all possible. I can't always make it to everyone, but if I can, you've got me. So. And yes, I've done live streams where nobody showed up. And that's hard. But you can always do another. And you can always delete it if you hate it that much. You don't have to leave it up there. That'll be awesome. Looking forward to it, T-Man. I still need to do one on everything I did on Grandpa's farm. Well, oh, while you're both here, great time for a question. I've been using the Lizard water tank, the one with the 200,000 liters in it, to fill my distributor that also distributes the seeds and the fertilizer to my greenhouses. And since the last update, this tank, when I try to go to empty it, it'll empty it a little bit and then it'll just stop. It's never done that before. I'm good at talking to myself. You know, I grew up a very sickly child. And so, yes, I will tell you the funniest story. You guys will love this. No, the one that, I know which gray one you're talking about. No, this is a blue one. It's a Lizard one. I don't know what's going on with it. It was messing me up last night. All right. When I was a little kid, I was very, very sickly. This is back in the 70s now. Ooh. And one day I was upset about something. I don't remember what it was. Mom doesn't either. But she was tired of me whining about it. And so she recorded me on the old reel-to-reel cassette tape recorder there. And she said, I want you to take this upstairs and I want you to listen to yourself. And I said, all right. I took the tape recorder upstairs and it backfired on her because I came down a little while later and I asked her if she'd play it again for me. So literally, yes, I do like talking to myself. I did it as a child. I kept myself very entertained, apparently, because my mother got tired of it. Here, let me move that over a little bit. And I think that's where my love of being on the radio came into play in my life. Right? That's funny. Play it again, Mom. Play it again. She did not like that. Well, hey, I stopped whining. And I was just fascinated that I could hear my own voice. So, been fascinated ever since, I guess. I mean, hey, I read books to kids, so yeah, I gotta be animated. Which I'm behind on, but my desk is currently filled with construction tools. So it's not like I can get to it real easy right now to do that. All right, T-Man, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I hope you have a beautiful day. Yes, be safe. I mean, look at that. That sunflower right now, it looks beautiful. It does. And all we did was put down some yellow. And a lot of people would stop right there. I am not everybody. we're not going to stop there. We are going to grab, where's the lime peel? Behind the sunflower are these little green leaves that make up the head of the sunflower on the back side here. We're going to put in a little green right here. Stop moving. Come down here with some lime peel. Fly, you were not invited. Leave me alone. I love how she drew these leaves. Fly, go away. A little bit of moss green here. I could practically reach out and touch that leaf. That's awesome looking. Right like that. Thank you. I try. Now we're going to come in with some yellowed orange here. And this time we're going to go a little bit harder so it's a little bit easier to notice. Going to put kind of a glow to it. Uh-oh. Oh, it's in my hand. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no thank you on the fly. No, 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 no thank you. All right, you see how that's now a little bit glowing? A little bit cadmium orange. We're going to set this one on fire. Ha ha ha. Now we're going to come in with a little bit of this red here. This is that scarlet red. Right like that. Isn't it though? It's just a very little bit. Just that tiniest little bit there. Now we're going to make it a little bit more painterly. We're going to blend all this out. Right like that. Isn't that beautiful? And we're going to come in here. We're going to add a little brown to the center. Again, this is fall. Trying to find my pencil. Common problem. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. Little bit of the dark umber here. Maybe that's called growing up. I don't know. Or you're amazed by the magic that happens. Because it is. We'll look in comparison here in a minute. And looky there. That looks pretty cool. Oh, there's the one I just did. Compared to that. I don't know why. My phone is probably going, you've had enough today. There it goes. Yeah, looky there. Now we could come in here with a little black grape too. Back over here. And add even a little bit more depth to it. Just a little bit here. This is just a little detailing. By no means do you have to do the detailing with the black grape. It's an optional step. As you saw, it looked beautiful without it. I have probably colored thousands of sunflowers in my life. I don't know. I know I've probably taken about 5,000 sunflower photographs. There we go. Just a few little details like that. It's not finished yet. Yeah, Hillbilly said he never used to color either. But there we go. Beautiful sunflower. And now you see why I like coloring them too. They're fun. I love coloring them this way. That's my favorite way to color a sunflower, right there. Now, if we really wanted to go crazy, I probably won't do it on this one. Where is it? You can also go in with an imperial violet and make it even crazier. You can add a little purple to the center here. Listen, I say I'm not going to do it, and then I do it. He did get a nice box from Sherry the other day. A whole bunch of new books. You got another Kirby Roseanne, so I'm looking forward to when he gets back into that. I like Kirby. There we go. Put a little violet in there. Oh, thank you. Right, they might not grow so well. Got to get some water on them. Actually, I think that's where I'm going to stop for the day because I've been on here for almost 4 hours now. But now you got to see most of a page. We'll finish up the page here soon. Maybe tomorrow we'll do that. Might have some time tomorrow to do that. But I thank you so much for keeping me company today. I'm sure lunch break is over by now. Let's look at the whole page here before we go. Let's look here. How's that? Not very straight. There we go. We don't have much left to go. Got another sunflower to look forward to the next time. We've got some grassland to do. We've got the sun to do, and maybe a little bit of blue in the background. We'll see. But I think it's looking nice. It's been a lot of fun today. It's been very relaxing. I hope you get the work done that you need done so your sister doesn't yell at you. I appreciate everybody that stopped by today. I really do. And if you're watching this later, thank you for joining me. I will get up part 2 soon. We'll do that live as well. And Karen, if you're watching this, I hope you've enjoyed the last 4 hours. Oh, take care, everybody. Duke, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it. Now go get some work done. And we'll catch you on the flip side. Have a beautiful day, everybody.